know all the fans at home are looking forward to watching today. And we are underway here in this lightweight match.
And for the Canadian, Brianna St. Marie, already regarded as a quite high-level competitor herself, huge opportunity to take out a youngster like you mentioned.
Yeah, quick guard pull from Sarah. And one thing about Brianna St. Marie's game is it's very calculated. You know, not a lot of scrambles unless she's forced into them. She would prefer to force half guard and smash from top. Has a great Kimura from there, great way to force back attacks. She really is a reliable competitor with a pretty consistent strategy. And so Sarah should come into this match with a pretty good idea of what to expect. I'm really looking forward to seeing what her goals are. So she got into close guard almost immediately, which negates a lot of the movement. But Brianna was able to stay on her feet and hopefully, in her opinion, open the guard. But Sarah looking to do, you know, the muscle sweep. Comes up on top. Wow. Chasing the back immediately is Sarah Galvão. Hooks her in, points her on the board. What a reversal from Sarah Galvão to move from close guard all the way. Actually, I don't know if those backup points were awarded, actually, but she's in a prime position to kind of choose where she wants to go with this match. Amazing start from Sarah Galvão. Earns 2 and an advantage there. An advantage for potentially almost taking the back. So now, this is a very, very critical moment for Brianna St. Marie to either recapture a guard where she can start working her way out of this and back into the game, or for Sarah Galvão to capitalize and potentially get an early finish.
A nice defensive intuition from Brianna to not get flattened out, to not allow Sarah to get both those hooks in, but still a world of trouble. 8:15 on the clock. And if you're Sarah Galvão, how do you continue to progress through on Brianna here?
Well, she's looking to do a long step pass here. Has nice cross face in action here with the grip around the back. She needs to extract her leg, which you see captured there by Brianna St. Marie. And this is tough for Brianna. You know, she's holding on, but she's weathering a lot of pressure and not in a great position to get some offense off the board. We see the leg is free. There's a hook elevating Sarah Galvão right now with Brianna's right leg. This is kind of the small battle. And this is much better for Brianna St. Marie. She's got the leg captured, and she may choose to thread this right leg underneath into like an X-guard position. But right now, Sarah putting on a lot of pressure. She does not want that to happen. So again, if Sarah's able to bring that left knee to the mat, she can force a lot more pressure and control in this position. Right now, we're in an intermediary spot where either player is in opportunity to kind of dictate what happens next. So right now, Brianna working her way back towards more offensive challenge, but you can see that this game right now is all about this knee position for Sarah Galvão on her left leg.
11 subs officially and 22 victories for Sarah Galvão. Brianna St. Marie, 36 subs in her 56 victories. BJJ Heroes. Under 7 minutes to go, and Brianna really battling back from a difficult start. Unsure what she was expecting from Galvão coming into this matchup, but she has found ways to try and even out the playing field.
Yeah, definitely not how Brianna would have liked to start this match, but she must be a little relieved to be out of the immediate threat here and working back towards some offense. Opposite change to a reverse De La Riva, it looks like from here. Little knee shield defense. Again, not in a terribly offensive position, but slowly building up her frames, moving very calculated. This is her experience kicking in. She's faced a lot of amazing pressure passers, and she's looking to get back. But Sarah really pouring it on top.
Where is the avenue for Brianna St. Marie to grab 2 points of her own and an advantage?
I think Brianna St. Marie would love to get into a little more neutral position, into even a closed guard scenario. Right now, she's kind of just maintaining frames and stopping Sarah Galvão. She's not in a very great offensive position. Sarah's positioning is great. Sarah's doing her job, you know, resisting a De La Riva hook right there with her left hand, preventing Brianna from getting into a situation where she has the correct posture and control. You know, her body, she's going for a De La Riva footlock, though, it looks like. A sneaky tactic here from Brianna St. Marie.
Galvão applying a lot of pressure onto that right leg of Brianna St. Marie.
Yeah, it's a very painful submission, but I think Brianna would like to have that left foot stuck on the thigh of Sarah Galvão to add a little more pressure, but still, this is very uncomfortable potentially, and again, limits the movement of Sarah Galvão. it looks like it could be pretty tight. It's hard to really see. It's also a strange submission to defend. The idea is to sometimes push it down like you would defend a De La Riva guard, but that can make it tighter on occasion. It's almost like you want to pull it away from the leg, push it, you know, creating some space. So Brianna was really hunting for that, but Sarah does her best to escape and then immediately back with the pressure. Brianna, though, almost an octopus guard scenario here. Got that overwrap grip from the side. And she is going to look for an octopus-style sweep, but Sarah, hip to that, jumps through and really is putting on the pressure here. They haven't awarded pass points yet, but there they are. They're on the board.
Excellent work from Galvão. All the action here at the IBJJF Crown in Long Beach brought to you by Flograppling. And that's just such a equalizer for Galvão, is that physicality, the strength in those transition sequences to just plant Brianna St. Marie onto the mat.
Yeah, her instincts and reactions were just so good, right? She immediately extracts herself from that De La Riva footlock and goes right back into passing. You know, Brianna might have been able to wrestle up or chased her down, but Galvão was back on offense as soon as she was out. So pretty incredible work there. And then avoiding the octopus guard, something Brianna is actually pretty good at. In order to encountering that straight into a north-south style pass and putting on the pressure here. This is a clinic from Sarah Galvão. Again, taking on one of the greatest athletes today in jiu-jitsu, and Brianna St. Marie. So now going for maybe a north-south choke. We don't see too many of these. Hard to see if this is on or not, but it doesn't look comfortable, I'll tell you that.
Brianna bridging there a moment ago, now trying to walk over.
Yeah, that looks pretty tight. You see a slight flutter in the hand of Brianna St. Marie. But now actually we can see Sarah adjusting, and yeah, that was close, but not enough to finish Brianna St. Marie. And again, there is enough time, but it would take a little bit of a miracle for Brianna St. Marie to find a way out, as Sarah is in such a good position at the moment.
2:40 on the clock. Galvão pushing Brianna up onto that side, preventing her from getting that back to the mat. If you are Brianna St. Marie, right, she's in a defensive mindset, but what could be the building blocks offensively to try and get back into this?
Well, she's in a tough spot because Sarah's forcing that back off of the mat. So she's really has to choose kind of either going flat on her back to avoid potentially getting her back taken, but then also getting very little offense and framing. It will be a challenge from there as well. So she's a little bit stuck at the moment, to be honest. Sarah's just done her job well. She's looking to isolate an arm, potentially set up a Kimura attack here, or change to the back, depending on what happens next. Yeah, we see here looking maybe for a choke. Really, this is just a tough spot for Brianna. She has to choose between a rock and a hard place. And Sarah can maybe go for a ninja choke with a lapel. I mean, there's really just a lot of finishes potentially from this scenario from her, and very limited offense from Brianna St. Marie, just where she's stuck. You see the lapel grip being adjusted by Sarah Galvão there.
Survival mode for the Canadian. Couple more points for Sarah Galvão. 7-0 so far as we hit the final 75 seconds. 2 advantages as well for Galvão, really living up to the reputation and hunting for this stoppage. Chase, we haven't seen a submission yet on mat 2 today, and Galvão seemingly motivated to be the first.
Yeah, great point. It's not for lack of action. These are insane matches, but everyone is extremely skilled and have been able to avoid getting finished. But Sarah Galvão is not letting up yet. You see Brianna St. Marie
here on mat 2 to find the tap.
Yeah, what a finish, getting the bow and arrow choke there with 15 seconds left or so on the board. Relentless, not satisfied with riding out a win on one of the best athletes of her generation, and beating the defending crown champion. So Sarah Galvão opens up with an incredible showing, our first submission of the day on mat 2, and she'll be moving on to face Cassia Mura. Again, a battle of 2